In this lecture, we are discussing about biomass. A biomass is a renewable energy source that is derived from living or recently living organism. The biomass includes biological material, non-organic material like coal. The energy derived from biomass is mostly used to generate electricity or to produce heat. Thermal energy is extracted by means of combustion, torrefaction, pyrolysis, and gasification. Torrefaction of biomass is a mild form of pyrolysis at a temperature typically between 200 to 320 degrees Celsius. Torrefaction changes biomass properties to provide a better fuel quality for combustion and gasification application. Torrefaction produces a relatively dry product which reduces or eliminates the potential for organic decomposition. Biomass can be chemically and biochemically treated to convert it to a energy-rich fuel. Wood fuel, rubbish, alcoholic fuel, crop, landfill gases, garbage are some of the biomass. The biomass technology today serves many markets that were developed from fossil fuel and modestly reduce their use. The huge industrial process, heat and steam, electrical power generation, transportation fuel, and other products. The primary focus of biomass program is development of advanced technology. The current focus of biomass is sugar plant platform technology and the thermochemical platform technology. The sugar platform biorefineries break down biomass into different type of components. Sugar for fermentation or other biological processing into various fuel and chemicals. On the other hand, the thermochemical biorefineries transform biomass into synthesis gas, hydrogen and carbon monoxide or pyrolysis oil. Biorefinery facilities that integrates biomass conversion process and equipment to produce fuel, power and chemical from biomass. Analogous to today's petroleum refineries, it is based on sugar platform and thermochemical platform. Sugar platform biorefineries break down biomass into different type of components, sugar for fermentation or other biological processing into various fuel and chemicals. On the other hand, thermochemical biorefineries transform biomass into synthesis gas, hydrogen and carbon monoxide or pyrolysis oil. The thermochemical biomass conversion process is complex and uses components configuration and operation conditions that are more typical of petroleum refining. Biomass is converted into syngas and syngas is converted into an ethanol rich mixture. However, syngas created from biomass contains contaminants such as tar and sulfur that interfere with the conversion of synthesis into product. These contaminants can removed by tar reforming catalyst and catalyst reforming process. This, this not only cleans the syngas, it also creates more of it, improving process economics and ultimately cutting the cost of resulting ethanol. Biorefineries The biorefineries help to utilize the optimum energy petrol potential of organic waste and may also resolve the problem of waste management and GHGs emissions. Biomass waste can be converted through appropriate enzymatic chemicals treatment into either gaseous or liquid fuel. The pre-treatment process involves in biorefining generates products like paper pulp, high fructose corn syrup, solvent acetate resins, laminates, adhesives, flavor chemicals, activated carbon, fuel enhancers, undigested sugars, etc., which generally remains untapped in the traditional process. The suitability of the process is further enhanced from the fact that it can utilize a variety of biomass resources, whether plant derived or animal derived. The gasification technology. Gobar gas production, biogas, and syngas are the gasification technology. The gasification is a process that uses heat, pressure, and steam to convert material directly into a gas composed primarily of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. The gasification technology really on four key engineering factors. The first is gasification factor, atmosphere. The second is reactor design. The third is internal and external heating, and the fourth is operating temperature. The gasification. Typically, raw material is the coal, petroleum-based materials, and organic matter. The feedstock is prepared and fed in the either dry or solid form into a sealed reactor chamber called gasifier. The feedstock is subjected to high heat pressure and either an oxygen-rich or oxygen-starved environment within the gasifier. The raw material for gasifier is the charcoal, sawdust cubes, wood chips. The production of gasification is a hydrocarbon gas or syngas, hydrocarbon liquid, char. Syngas is a primarily carbon monoxide and hydrogen. It is more than 85% by volume and small quantities of carbon dioxide and methane. This is the gasification chamber. Stages in gasification. The dehydration or drying process occurs at around 100 degrees Celsius. Typically, the resulting steam is mixed into gas flow and may be involved with subsequent chemical reaction, notably the water-gas reaction if the temperature is sufficient high. Pyrolysis. The pyrolysis is essentially the thermal decomposition of organic matter under inert atmospheric condition or in the limited supply of air, leading to the release of volatile and formation of char. The pyrolysis process occurs at around 200 to 300 degrees Celsius. Volatiles are released and char is produced, resulting in up to 70% weight loss of for coal. The process is dependent on the properties of the carbonous material and determines the structure and composition of the char, which will then undergoes gasification reaction. The cracking is defined as a process wherein complex organic molecules, normally along chain hydrocarbons or kerogens, and broken down into small molecules, namely light hydrocarbon. Reduction is a process of stripping oxygen atom of combustion products of hydrocarbon molecules so as to return the molecules to form that can burn again. Reduction is the direct reverse process of combustion. The combustion process occurs at the volatile products and some CHR reacts with oxygen to primarily form carbon dioxide and a small amount of carbon monoxide, which provides heat for subsequent gasification reaction. Type of gasifier. These are the updraft gasifier. This is a downdraft gasifier, and this is a twin fire gasifier. Cross draft gas producer. Now, our next topic is gobar gas. The gobar gas production is an anaerobic process. Fermentation is carried out in an airtight closed cylindrical concrete tank called a digester. Factor to be considered in a location of biogas plant. The biogas plant should be nearer to the intended place gas used. The biogas plant should also be nearer to the cattle shed, stable for easily handling of raw material. The water table should not be very high and availability of feedstock. What is biodiesel? A biodiesel is an alternative fuel for diesel engine. This is made from vegetable oil or animal fat. Lower emission and a high flash point is the property of biodiesel. Biodiesel are biodegradable, essentially non-toxic and safer. It is chemically biodiesel molecules are monoalkyl esters produced usual form of triglyceride ester. Mechanism of trans-esterification reaction. Basically, trans-esterification is a process of conversion of one ester to another ester. We use triglyceride, triglyceride and alcohol as a reactant and use catalyst at a temperature of 60 degrees Celsius to 70 degrees Celsius. Then ester plus glycerol are formed in the product. The importance of biodiesel. The main importance of the biodiesel is that it is economically friendly. It is environment friendly. It is a clean burning fuel, renewable fuel, no engine modification required, increase in engine life, biodegradable and non-toxic, easy to handle and store. Raw material is the rapeseed is the major source for biodiesel raw material. The sunflower oil, soybean oil, palm oil, linseed, olive oil, cottonseed are the some of the raw material for biodiesel. The benefits of biodiesel. The higher certain number, high flash point above 100. It is good lubricating property. The absence of sulfur and aromatic hydrocarbons, low toxicity of emission, virtually complete biodegradable. The 99% of biodiesel is destroyed in water or soil in 28 days. It has a zero balance of greenhouse gases. Basic reaction for formation of biodiesel. We take 60 kg of oil and 6.78 kg of alcohol as a reactant, and in the presence of catalyst and at 60 to 70 degrees Celsius we react these two reactant. Then 6.5 kg of glycerine and 58 kg of biodiesel are produced. Now a problem arises why biodiesel are important for railways. Indian Rail has a very high available land and biodiesel will help railway to improve upon emission norms and eventually reduce diesel cost. Also, biodiesel contribute to environment protection. Challenges faced by biodiesel. The first is the cold weather operation. Second is the producing enough feedstock oil to replace a large portion of petroleum. And the third is engine and emissions optimization. Now we have a new topic, bioethanol. The ethanol is extensively used in Brazil for car. Currently in India, we use it as a blended fuel. It was made mandatory in 2003 in 9 states and 4 union territories and later extended to other parts of the country based on the availability of ethanol. But this is not implemented due to shortage of ethanol. Techno- Technology to develop ethanol from agro residue has to be exploited. The bioethanol can be produced from three classes of vegetative source: starch from grain, corn, and tubers like cassava, sugar plant, sugar beet or sugar cane, and the cellulose plant, trees and biomass. Replacing fossil fuel with so-called biofuel, such as bioethanol, is one way to reduce greenhouse gases emissions from the transport sector, which is responsible for a considerable proportion of total emissions. Benefits of benefits of bioethanol. The less dependence on crude oil. It means on using bioethanol, the we are less dependent on crude oil. The main benefit is the bioethanol is a renewable fuel. The increases octane number. Octane number is a standard measure of the petrol performance of motor fuel. So using of bioethanol increase the octane number. Using of bioethanol reduce air pollution, clean environment due to clean combustion, lower net carbon dioxide emission, helping in emergence of a new market, expanded market opportunity in the agriculture field. What are the raw material for bioethanol? There are generally three groups of raw material. First is sugar, beet sugar, sugar cane, sweet sorghum and fruits. The second is starchy materials such as corn, wheat, rye, potatoes, cassava, sweet potatoes. And the third is cellulose material like wood, used paper, crop residue, etc. Steps for ethanol production. There are ethanol are produced in three steps. The first is fermentation process, the second is distillation process, and the third is dehydration process. Production of ethanol or production of bioethanol from sugar cane. First of all, sugar cane have to crushed and soluble sugar is washed out. Now we do fermentation on the crushed sugar cane through a east, and we now bioethanol is produced. Now we have to conversion we have to produce bioethanol from wheat. First of all, we do malting process on wheat, then now fermentation, and then distillation. Through these three processes, bioethanol are formed. The ethanol is produced at a 10 to 15 concentration, and the solution is distilled to produce ethanol at a higher concentration. Bioethanol bioethanol from molasses. The molasses is diluted with water until a concentration of 8 to 10 sugar is obtained in a solution. To discourage bacterial growth, this is acidified with a little sulfuric acid. A nutritive solution of ammonium salt is added. The dilute solution obtained as above is taken in big fermentation tanks, and some yeast is added 5% by volume. We have to make ethanol from sugar beet. First of all, we do slicing of sugar beet into chips. After slicing, we have to do diffusion, and then fermentation and distillation, and then dehydration. After dehydration, ethanol are formed. Now we have a topic: bioethanol from non-conventional source. The biomass is a potential alternative to fossil fuels, but it is not very viable. There are many problems in the development and transportation of it, and carbon is a byproduct of processing of biomass, just like it is a byproduct of fossil fuel. They are better alternative energy source. So these are the all about biomass. Thanks.